Today we're going to draw a Christmas angel. Now if you've ever been in a Christmas play and had to dress up as an angel, this might be what that costume looked like. So what we're going to do is start off by drawing the face. So what we're going to do is go about into the middle of my page, and I'm going to draw a really simple nose by just making a little half circle. And then what we're going to do is draw a small circle next to that with an eyeball in there. Put a little white circle inside there, color around it. To the left side, circle, smaller circle inside of that, and then an even smaller circle inside of that. Color around that small circle. There we have the angel's eyes. Now let's go in there and add a mouth by giving it a little half circle, little half circles at the end, showing the smile. So what we're going to do is draw in the bottom half of the face, and then we're going to come back. So we're going to go in and draw a bigger half circle that takes up the whole face. And then what we're going to do is come to a point up here, about, if you can kind of guess the measurements, is about as far from the nose and the chin, same amount of space there. So what we're going to do is a space right between there, going to make a curve that comes down and touches there. Go back to that point, curve comes down and touches there. And there we have our face. So now we have our face in place. That's going to help us find where everything else needs to be here proportion-wise. So let's go down here to the bottom of the angel's face. We're going to kind of go from the left side of the left eye. And what I'm going to go down there and do is bring a big curve down like so. Same thing on the right side. Big curve down like so. Roughly the same length as the first curve that you did. And then what we're going to do from there is make a few wavy lines, as many as you want. So you can have a lot or you can have a few, doesn't matter to you. This is the gown on our angel. So to give it a little bit more detail, what we're going to do is on some of these little bumps right here on the waves, I'm going to put some lines that go up so it looks a little bit like billowing fabric. And you notice I let my pen skip there a little bit. That makes it look a little bit more soft, a little bit less like it's a folded piece of paper, which would have a hard, crisp edge to it. So then let's go from here. We want to put a little collar on here, so let's go up to the top and just put some little half circles like so. So let's go up here to where the gown and the head meet. And what I'm going to do is put my pen right there, draw a curve out like that, come to a sharp point, draw back inward. Go to the right side, same sort of thing. Curve out, about roughly the same height as the first one, doesn't have to be precise. Sharp point, come back down. So we're going to draw really simple little childlike hands in here. So I'm going to go back up here for the thumb, kind of a hook coming out like that. Then we're going to do all the hand at once. Go out like so, big curve, come back and meet at the sleeve. Same thing with the other one. Hook in there for the thumb, go big hand, back out, come back and meet the sleeve. Alright, so what we want to do from here is go in and make the hair on our angel. So where we have right here, where the hair and the face are meeting, have that point in the middle, I want to go up from there, and then what I want to do is curve down like you're drawing in the rest of the face, the rest of the head. And we're going to come down here, make sure you go far away from that. We don't want to end right there. Down here, about the time I get to the angel's eye, what I'm going to do is come out to a point and then curve back. where I come to a point. I'm going to curve out again, come to a sharp point, come back. One more, curve out to a point, come back, and let the rest of that hair be behind the sleeve. Same thing on the other side. We're going to try to be as symmetrical as possible. Remember that symmetrical means it's the same on the left side and the right side. Now, since we're human, that's not going to be the case while we draw with our marker in a quick draw along. But we're going to come down here about roughly the same place, just kind of eyeball it, come out to a point and come back, curve out to a point again, come back, curve out to a point again, and then come back and let it set behind that sleeve. Alright, so about the same area where our hair and our face meet, not at the top point, but at the bottom, we're going to go right there, jump over, and we're going to draw some simple wings. So what we're going to do is curve upward, about the same height as the head, and then we're going to kind of take a big swooping curve and come down until it's about the same length as the hair where it meets the sleeve. I'm going to go to a point, come back up, I'm going to go back down. I'm going to lift my pen, go back down, come to a point, come back up, and we're just making some simple hints of feathers. So what we're going to do is continue doing that until we can't see it behind the angel's arm. So same thing on the other side. Go up, swooping curve. Again, trying to keep the same height as possible. I think mine might be a little bit off. Out to a point. Go back up a little ways. Go back down here, go out to a point. Come back a little ways. And just because I have a certain number of feathers does not mean that you need to have the same amount of feathers. Okay, there's our, oh, forgot one thing. If this was one of those angel costumes I mentioned some of you might have wore, you probably wore a little halo. So we'll put one of those in there by drawing a flat, kind of big, flattened football above our angel's head. Not touching it, but above the angel's head. And then inside, I'm going to draw another flat football. So it looks like there's a halo above the angel's head now. So with that, we're finished up with our angel. Go ahead and sign your name somewhere on your drawing. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks for drawing with me today. You can subscribe to my newsletter to get more art fun. Just go to brianmaysart.com/newsletter. And I'd love to see what you drew. Share it on Facebook or Instagram and be sure to tag Brian Mays Art so I can find it. See you next time.